This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast.
All right, we're here for the college football show. Good morning and welcome to the college football show. My name's Ralph Williams. I'm your host, along with my co-host, PENSMAN Sports, and BRYAN Pettit. Now, first, before we get started here, I want to dedicate this. This is dedicated to Ace Frehley from KISS, one of my favorite bands growing up. I went to see them both with makeup on and off. So here we are. Yeah, this is the New York Groove. And about 2 weeks ago, I watched a video on YouTube, guys, with Ace Frehley with a soul band in Detroit. Since I was here on the street, I was passing my time away. All right, that's some New York Groove there by Ace Frehley. So in honor of him and his passing this past week as well. Today we have a lot to talk about here on the college football show as part of the triple header of Ralph Williams Sunday or Saturday. And please do not forget, coming up later on today at 2 p.m. this afternoon to conclude the triple header of Ralph Williams Saturday, the Sports Corner radio show every Saturday, 2 to 3 p.m., 12:50 a.m., 92.5 on the FM dial. Ralph Williams, Smoking Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, Luther Dupree. We have a lot to talk about, especially this Steeler loss that happened on Thursday, which I find very appalling. But we're not going to talk about that here today because this is a college football show. We'll be talking about college football as well today. All right, first we got to get into some business here. Our studio sponsor, Mata Heating and Air Conditioning, 724-201-0500. Mata Heating and Air Conditioning, Western Pennsylvania's #1 heating and air conditioning company. Call them today. And also Mike Dotson Realty, Ocean City, Maryland, area code 410-596-1681. Mike Dotson Realty. Give him a call for all your real estate needs. Even if you want to rent a short-term rental property, or if you want to rent a property, or even have a summer property that you might want to buy, call Mike today. Area code 410-596-1681. Also, our newest sponsor here, the Carey Insurance Group in Ocean City, Maryland. Call Steve at area code 302-642-6201. That's area code 302-642-6201. Carey Insurance Group in the Delmarva area and we're in Studio 10 here in Berlin, Maryland. And all right, let's get started here. PENSMAN, welcome to the program. Let's get started with you first. How are you this morning?
I'm good, and you got a comment from Sports Nuts and RMD. But I like to give a big shout out to and say congratulations to Los Angeles Dodgers. If you didn't watch the game last night, you missed one good game. Ohtani had 10 strikeouts and a home run, so congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers. But I'm doing good. They advanced to the World Series for the second consecutive year, so I'm putting my ego aside and as a media person.
There you go. Got to do that, man.
Not right.
Got to do that. All right. I want to say good morning to the Sports Nuts and thank them for tuning in. We are simulcasted on PENSMAN Sports on his page and also on the Tiger Stripes media page as well. And we're live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X, and the Kick platforms, and also on the Huddle Sports Network as well. All right. Also, I want to what's up, Ralph? How are you? RM720, how are you today? It's great to have you aboard. And thank you for your comments as well here on the college football show. Well, last week we weren't here. We were not here because I was busy with the WWE pay-per-view, which I talked to some friends of mine who do wrestling shows like I do. And I know a guy who owns an independent wrestling company who's heavily involved in wrestling. And he was not impressed with it last week, guys. We can talk a little bit about that later on or something, or another time off the air. But, so, all right. And don't forget, Leo Haggerty will be joining us in January after the college football season when we get back to the Saturday sports show, because
Leo, time for playoffs.
Yeah, just time for playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll be talking the college football playoffs, and we'll be talking about the bowl season coming up as well. We have a lot for you as far as this show goes, and I have to say that I'm very impressed with the fact that we are doing this for the college football season. All right, guys, let's get started. The 600-pound gorilla in the room, James Franklin, fired from Penn State. Uh, we'll start with you, Pensman. Your thought on James Franklin getting fired? I saw this coming. I heard this coming. Some of my Penn State sources told me this was going to happen. I said to everybody that I had heard, and it was correct, that Penn State was putting money together. The alum was throwing money together to get James Franklin out if there was going to be some meltdown with this team. But already, and we're only 4 or 5 games into the season, and already he's gone.
Michigan's week 7, so I don't know where everybody
7.
else is. Yeah, I don't know where everybody else is sitting.
Right. Well, go ahead, Pensman.
Well, I want, when it's time, and we have time, I want Brian's input. But when it's time, not now. But I said on Sunday, if you guys didn't know, we had a Steelers / college football with a sports nut. So we were talking about this. If when Franklin got fired, I said that he would be perfect at North Carolina. And that's why I want Brian's input. I said I want him to go to North Carolina. They're not worried about the big game down there. The Penn State, they are, because they're in a different conference. The ACC doesn't worry about the Big Ten as much as the Penn State Nittany Lions, because they're in a different conference. I just want them to revamp. Once Bill Belichick fires and retires, it goes out in the sunset. I just want them to rebuild that comp. Don't worry about bowl games. Don't worry about championships. Just get the conference, and I think James Franklin will be a good fit. He's linked to that, but if you can't win the big game, and Penn State has a lot of pressure, so that's why he got fired, because of the Big Ten, the big games. He can't beat Ohio State and he can't beat Michigan, so that's what you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a big thing. And I used the example of when I told you about in the mid-'90s when I had the guy from Ohio State who came to Pitt when Pitt played Ohio State and lost 72-0 in the second era of Johnny Majors. And the guy was in there and he said the one thing John Cooper couldn't do was he couldn't beat Michigan. So at the time, and and he was with Ohio State, and that was one of the reasons Cooper got fired. He couldn't beat Michigan. So, all right. RM is just chilling, and we're all chilling. We're here chilling this morning for the college football show with me, Ralph Williams, PENSMAN Sports, Brian Pettit, Tiger Stripes Media. Brian, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. How are
what's
y'all?
your thoughts on James Franklin? Go ahead.
Well, I brought this up on last Friday when I was on the Sports Nuts. This is the kind of a thing that you would want him now. You don't. I mean, and I brought up a question: Would you want him to go? Would you want him to be your coach? And my overall thing was, I mean, he went 4-21 in the top 10, 5-1-14 against Ohio State and Michigan, like Pensman said. I mean, he deserved to go, but would you want him as your coach with these losing records? I mean, he's a nice guy, but do you think a new atmosphere can help him, even if he goes to a new team?
Ralph,
Yeah,
there's your cue.
Yeah, exactly, Brian. And let me explain this, okay? James Franklin needs to go to a place like Pensman said, to North Carolina or someplace that it doesn't have the pressure of the national championship. Okay, do you see what I'm getting at? Yeah. You got a lot of these schools out here, which should be the goal for every school, is to go to the national championship. But there are some universities out here that are like, they're satisfied going 6-5 every year and going to a bowl game. All right, that is the type of place, exactly. That is the type of place where James Franklin needs to go. Okay, all right. He could be like Jimbo Fisher. He can take his buyout, go sit out for a little while, or go coach somewhere, you know what I mean? Like some small school or whatever. There's going to be a bunch of jobs coming available, and that's going to be the interesting part about this whole thing. I'm excited to find out where he goes. All right. I'm hearing stories now at Wisconsin that Luke Fickell might be up to get fired. Fickell's not a bad coach. It's just he's in the wrong team. You know, and now the question is, who's Penn State going to hire now? And off the air before we came on the show, I gave out a few names that I thought Penn State should actually pursue or would pursue, and if they have the money to get them out of these contracts. One of them I said a few weeks back, and I took a lot of heat. I got some emails. I got some some comments about Indiana and Kurt Signetti. Well, you know what? You were right. I was wrong. I thought Kurt Signetti would be the perfect candidate for that job, and Indiana squashed that by signing him to an 8-year contract. So, here's my question for you guys today, and for everybody out there: if Terry Smith beats Ohio State, do you hire Terry Smith as your head coach permanently? Go, Brian. We'll start with you. Go.
I would. Let's see how he does. He could probably take the if he did get fired and stuff. I'd see him down at Florida or something.
Absolutely.
That'd be another good one too.
All right. There we go. All right. Thank you very much for that. And thank you, everybody, on the comment section. PENSMAN's my monitor. Those of you who are planning on commenting, please make sure it's with the topic at hand and nothing else, please. All right. And I don't want to hear from none of you folks who used to listen to me back in the past when I had my public access TV show back in the 90s and you caused me all kinds of grief. I don't want to hear from you. All right. Please go away. Go somewhere. All right. I've already blocked people out. I got people playing those old shows that don't belong or not supposed to do that. I've already spoken to my attorney, and if it continues, I'm going to get you for A, harassment, and B, for copyright infringement, because you have to ask me before you can play those old public access TV stuff over on YouTube. And it hasn't been on YouTube for a while, especially after the legal action that I was pursuing. So there you go. All right. It's gone bye-byes. That's old news that happened back in the 90s. Grow up and stop playing around. I don't have time for that. Take it somewhere else. Not here. Go ahead.
Rob. I'm gonna do a money ball. Time to adapt. There's times hit.
All right, Pensman, your thoughts on Terry Smith? I mean, I know a lot about Terry Smith from Western Pennsylvania, but go ahead, Pensman.
All right. The interim coach has to take over, and like always, you have to see what he does. If he fails the rest of the year, I don't know if Penn State cared if they make the bowl or not. I don't know if they care I think they got eliminated from the playoffs last week, but I don't think they care about that anymore. I just want to see what they do. We'll see how he does. If he does well, if he sets Penn State on fire, not literally, but if he sets the world on fire, then keep him. But there's some interns that do well, come out of the gate, and they do well, and they keep the job, and everything goes fine, and everybody's happy. But the athletic director said that we're in a modern era. They're gonna see who knows the NIL, who knows the transfer portal. So we'll see. As a non-Penn State fan, I'm surprised. As a media person, it's the only reason why I'm doing it. Do not say I'm a Penn State fan because I can't stand them. But as a media person, you have to look up and have to keep up with the times. But
yes,
they said that you have to look at the NIL transfer portal, and then we're in the modern era of college football. Don't know what they mean by modern era, but that's what they're going to do. But if Terry does the job, if he steps up and everything's fine, keep him. If not, like Brian said, keep him, send him to Florida State or something, or send him to Clemson. I don't know.
Well, Terry Smith is a former high school coach in Western Pennsylvania, well known for his recruiting. He also attended Penn State and played on the football team many years ago. Okay, my co-host, Smoking Jim Frazier, played with him at Gateway when he was a football player at Gateway High School, well-known high school in the Monroeville area of the outside of Pittsburgh. Okay, Terry Smith is a very good recruiter in Western Pennsylvania. Now, I'm not sure what he can do as a college football coach because he's never been one, but he's been a very good recruiter. He worked under Matt Rule at Temple, and he recruited very well. Temple was going to bowl games, doing different things. And then when Matt Rule moved on to the NFL and a few other places, that is when Temple. I don't know what Temple's doing these days. I don't even follow Temple, but I mean, but he has worked with Temple and he knows the college recruiting game. He probably knows the NIL. So my thought process is, if I'm Penn State, have they played Michigan yet, PENSMAN, or are they playing them this year?
Who? Penn State?
Yeah.
Penn State.
No, Penn State don't play them this year.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I was going to say, if he beats Ohio State and Michigan, I see him getting that job.
It's every 2 years.
Yeah. Plus, don't forget, Penn State had to eat it when they had to pay off that that buyout. So I mean, all right, we got Cyberewski here. What's going on? How are you, Cyberewski? Welcome to the show. But anyway, any final thoughts, guys, on this Penn State thing before we move on?
I covered what I wanted to cover.
Yeah.
Okay, great, good. We'll move on to something else. Bill Belichick, UNC, University of North Carolina, they blew it again last night. This has been nothing but a serious disaster. And like PENSMAN, I thought that maybe perhaps, that they would. All right, here we go. Yep, there we go. Well, of course, not talking about the topic at hand, but yeah, I made some Ralphie stew this week. Yes, I did. Don't forget to check my social media platforms for my Ralphie's Kitchen. And I always post everything that I make in my kitchen.
Like the chili I made. You had some Cyberewski chili?
No, I have not had Cyberewski chili. No, I haven't.
Okay. I don't know. That might be.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, that might be dangerous.
All right. So anyway, so now this has become a disaster. Bill Belichick shouldn't even be in college football. He should have stayed as an analyst inside the NFL, that kind of thing. I don't know what North Carolina was thinking. I get it. You want to put butts in the seats. I get it. You want to put, you know what I mean? You want to do this, that, and whatever. I get that. All right. But you should have never did this. This was the wrong thing to do. And then they hired Mike Lombardi as their general manager. And I got some news about the University of Pittsburgh. Their GM, oh gosh. Not Haley. Their GM, he's a well-known former GM of the Buffalo Bills. He just Doug Whaley. Doug Whaley just got fired by Pitt as their GM, and they just hired two guys. One is a GM and one is an assistant GM. He just got fired, Doug Whaley. He got fired from that job, but I think he's still in charge of the Alliance 412, which is an agency that goes out and gets NIL money. So, let's see what we got here. Okay, great. Thank you about Louisville.
Brian, the door's going up.
I know it is. It's instant. I know what it is. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
So, all right, guys, let's get started. Bill Belichick, this debacle here. PENSMAN, go ahead.
Why would you go and do college? I don't understand it. You have 6 Super Bowls with the New England Patriots. You had Tom Brady, and you're an analyst now. Why would you go and be an NFL, a college football coach? And out of all colleges, you had to pick North Carolina of all of them. Just get rid of them. You can't win. You can't win a game. You can't win a game. James Franklin at least won games for you. He can't even win a game. You guys are whining about James Franklin not winning a big game. Belichick can't even win a game. So just get rid of him. He's done. Just stay in the booth, stay in the analyst, do whatever you have to do. Go on ESPN. And Bill Cowher, he likes what he's doing, so just do that.
Oh, he loves it. He loves it. Yes, he does.
Just do what he's doing. Go on ESPN. Go on Fox Sports. Go on Fox Sports 1 and that gap personality and start talking.
Hey, Dave Wannstedt's on Fox. He does NFL, some kind of NFL show on Fox, and he loves it. So, I mean, being an analyst, there's nothing wrong with that. Herm Edwards, I saw him on the Thursday night game or whatever. He's an analyst for ESPN for the NFL. I like Herm Edwards. So, I mean, he was once the Arizona State coach till that nonsense that went on down there. And good guy, Herm Edwards. So, all right, Brian, go ahead. Your thoughts on this UNC thing? Hey, you're from down that way a little bit, but go ahead.
Well, this is a debacle. It's a like a bonfire going to. It's going to go up in
dumpster
smoke,
fire,
you know.
as they say.
I mean,
go
I
ahead.
wish they'd have kept who they had. I wish they'd have kept, I wish they'd have kept the coach previous to it, but Mac Brown, I think he would have done wonders, but it was tanking then. But Bill Belichick has been a real honesty, Ralph and Pensman, what is his legacy going to be now? What is his legacy going to be?
Yeah. That's
Okay, when he won with Brady, yeah, we could see him as an NFL NFL Hall of Famer. What is this going to do to his Hall of Fame, career going into if he does get a Hall of Fame? He's going to have this astromark of being a college coach, and now it's just going to be a dumpster fire. He's just making himself look really bad.
Yes.
Now, and it's making him look like he was the cause of it. Brady looks better than what he is. But he's a better talker. He'd be good in the booth. I think he'd be wonderful for ESPN or something like that for doing an NFL. Or
he's got to get personality though first, Brian.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he was doing good on Inside the NFL. He was doing good on whatever analyst job he was doing. But here's the thing here. A national guy, and I can't remember who it was, brought this up. And he was from North Carolina, and I watched a report on one of their news channels. He said you can't go into the locker room and you can't go to college students. Or college kids. They want athletes. They want somebody who's a rah-rah kind of guy. They don't want somebody that's going to say, go out there and win. And that's it. And he has no personality. Go out there and win. And now they're starting to lose recruits. They're starting to lose, athletes. Guys are going to start transferring out. They had like 83 transfers, I believe, probably one of the most in the entire college football. Guys that wanted to really play for him. But he's not a rah-rah kind of guy. You can't just say, go out there and play. Or just do your job. That's NFL players. That's fine. You can do that. But college athletes, they want a rah-rah kind of guy. They want a guy that's going to step up and go out there and play. Get out there and, do it, that kind of thing. And so, all right, one more firing we're going to talk about, and then we're going to go into our college games for the top 25 this week or top 20. I got some games we can analyze. All right, UAB fire Trent Dilfer. I don't know if anyone saw that coming, but I didn't expect that at all. UAB is one of them kind of schools. They barely were treading water there for a little while. They barely were even surfacing. They barely were keeping the program together. So I'm actually quite surprised he got fired. Go ahead. We'll start with you, Brian. Go ahead. Trent Dilfer.
I saw it coming. I mean,
really?
when you're going 0 for 6 or something and you're not having a good record down there, and it's this debacle too, they could get a good coach for that team. Who could it be? You never know.
I'll tell you who it could be. Skip Holtz. He was the head coach at the UFL Birmingham Stallions.
Yeah. He was also at Carolina too as assistant coach somehow, some way.
Yeah. In the springtime, I'm thinking about doing spring going into summer. I'm thinking about us doing a UFL show. Talk about the United Football League. They've got some new teams we can indulge in. We'll do that in January after we're done with the college football season.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead, Brian. Finish up. Go ahead.
Okay. No, so but anyway, yeah. Go ahead.
All right, PENSMAN.
I don't know. It's just gonna be crazy. We'll see. Like Brian said, I agree with what he said. I have no other intake. Brian, just
no other thoughts on that. Okay. All right. Okay, guys, let's get into some.
The only thing I want to say is Brandon predicted that before it even happened, so it's no surprise. He was going downhill.
Hey, so. Brandon was right. Brandon Keeler's with the Sports Nuts Show. Don't forget to tune in to all of us here in our
that's the only thing I want to say is he predicted it.
There it is, Sports Nuts, Tuesdays and Fridays. Brandon Keeler, he was on with us last Sunday. We did a college football special. or I'm sorry, an NFL special because the Steelers were not playing on their bye week Sunday. We did a special show. And last Saturday, as I mentioned, we were not here because I was covering WWE wrestling, which interfered with our show here. So, and then there's PENSMAN. Don't forget to tune into all of us right here, Tiger Stripes Media as well. And with Brian there, he's on the Sports Nut Show. So is PENSMAN. I've been on the show. I've had Brandon on. Brandon was on my show Tuesday. I had a great time with him on the Sports Corner show with me and Smoke and Jim Frazier. And don't forget to check out the schedule of RW Media Production shows. Let's see if I can here it is right there. All right, there you are. That's all my shows right there. Always on the following networks at the bottom, and the sports and wrestling shows. But I do want to make a special announcement. As you know, this morning it was made on our show with me and Tony Moreno on the Ralph Williams Tony Moreno show on 12:50 a.m. 92.5 The Answer up in Pittsburgh. That Sunday, starting Sunday, next Sunday, October 26th, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., the Ralph Williams Tony Moreno show. We are doing 2 days now. Instead of one, we will be doing 2 days. So just to let everyone know about that, we'll be doing 2 instead of 1. And it's going to be a double dose of us on the weekends, and it's going to be great because we're invading weekends, and we're going to be soon to be invading weekdays. If I can get this contract worked out with this radio station, we'll be on weekdays as well. All right, let's get started, guys. LSU at Vanderbilt. How about these Vandies, huh? Start with you, PENSMAN. Go ahead. Vanderbilt, LSU.
I think Vanderbilt is having a good year. Don't take anything from them. They might be a sleeper, but they haven't done this well since Joe DiMaggio and Lou Gehrig played. So I just want to let you guys know that. But LSU is the better team. Well, I can see LSU coming out and beating them by a touchdown. So
yeah, it's going to be a dogfight. So we'll see. I'm taking LSU in this game too. Brian, go ahead.
If you look at this, and this is kind of crazy. I just looked this up just a minute ago. It comes off of their Vanderbilt football college notes and everything. Listen to this. This is this year. Third down conversions, 57.9, nationally ranked second. And this is offensive ranks. SEC ranks 1. They allowed TFL allowed 3.0. Their 4th national rank. They're 3rd in the SEC. Some of these stats: offensive scoring offensive, 43.2. They're ranked 7th and ranked 2nd in the ACC. Sacks allowed, 0.67, ranks 8th, number 1 in the nation. I am going to go with the Vanderbilt Commodores beating LSU today.
All right.
I'm gonna predict this. It's gonna be. I think it'll be a tight game, and I think Vanderbilt will come out with a win of. Let's go 24-21. So
there you
Vanderbilt go over LSU.
All right. Okay, this segment here that we're doing, it's the we review our college football games, is brought to you in part by Robin Campbell Insurance, Western Pennsylvania's #1 insurance agent. Call Robin today, 412-366-3399. Tell him Ralph Williams sent you. He's been my agent for many, many years. He'll actually come to your house and sit down and talk with you. Renters insurance, life, home, auto, whatever you need, any kind of insurance. Farmers, Bristol West is the companies he represents, and he's been in the business for a long time. So call Robin today. That number, 412-366-3399. Robin Campbell Insurance. If you want to be a sponsor for RW Media Production shows, you can call or email me, please, at ralphwilliams737@gmail.com, and I will be more than happy to present you with some great affordable rates for some great affordable advertising. You get all these podcasts that I have here, plus you get a spot on my website, www.rwmediaproductions.com, and you also get the radio shows. And now, instead of 2 radio shows, it will be 3 now. So that means you'll have more of an opportunity to advertise your business as well. All right, Oklahoma versus South Carolina. Brian, start with you. I know who you're going to pick here. South Carolina.
No way. I'm taking the Sooner Booners. So I think South Carolina, they have problems still. They just fired their they just fired their offensive line coach.
Do they have problems this year?
Oh yeah, they have big problems.
Yeah, I didn't know they had that many problems this year.
But yeah,
all right.
But no, they got problems. I mean, if you can, like they did last week against LSU, I think they were just playing with South Carolina last week. If you can run on South Carolina and get through the line of their offense, I think that you're going to be. I think they can explode the offense and defense. South Carolina, you can't stop the run. And if you look at the game today, if Sellers runs to his left, then we'll see what he's got though, because he's got he got 4 seconds, 5 seconds, but I don't think they're a good team. I think Oklahoma will expose them more, and I know they're playing in South Carolina, but I think that South Carolina could be in trouble today.
Yeah, Oklahoma's been a running football team for many years, and they have grinders, and so
they still got Venables there,
Yes.
So, but I think this is going to be. I think it'll be close, but I think in the fourth quarter you'll see Oklahoma pulling away a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I'm going to check our Facebook page here, see who's on Facebook here watching us. All right, let's see where we are here. Let me look here and see what's going on. All right, so far we don't have anyone on Facebook commenting, but we do have some guys who have been commenting this morning on YouTube, and I want to thank everyone for their comments. PENSMAN, go ahead. Oklahoma, South Carolina.
I think it's going to be Oklahoma. I'm telling you this now. John Mater, he's having a great year. Everybody didn't see this coming. I have one subscriber that's Oklahoma. He said that they're going undefeated. So far, he's right. So, but the way John's throwing the ball, you can't take anything away from him. Yeah, his running back's good, but John's clean pocket, getting the ball less than 3 seconds. John's just playing really good ball right now. So,
all right, I have another candidate for the Penn State job, and I'll tell you in a few minutes here. But first, we're going to go into this game. I think this might be the game of the day here, pretty much. One of them, at least. Ole Miss versus Georgia. This game here is going to be one heck of a football game. PENSMAN, go ahead.
I think you're right, but I think Ole Miss is going to beat Georgia. I've been saying that, but Georgia's been in games. They're not the fighting one. Kirby Smart is, I don't know if he's losing it or not, but you remember the time he used to blow out teams? He's not doing that anymore.
Yeah, now they're winning by dog fights. Yeah.
He's not blowing out teams anymore. So I can see Ole Miss. I can see Ole Miss with the upset here. So
yeah, Georgia's turned into a Kansas City. Chiefs, where the Chiefs used to blow teams out all the time, and now they're in dogfights, so all right.
That's because of Travis Kelce getting engaged.
Here we go.
Hey, Ohio State's been in some dogfights too this year.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they haven't blown out teams. Go ahead, Brian.
I think Ole Miss will win over Georgia. I say it. I think that this is going to come down to whether Georgia does their fundamentals or they're just going to make stupid mistakes. But they are playing at Georgia, but I'm still going to go Ole Miss by at least a touchdown or a field goal late in the fourth quarter. Most of these games, we can't predict. This year has been a whole different level because they're so equal now. They're so close. And with the NIL prior to this, you can't predict a team. You think that this team is good, and you can't go by their logos. You have to go way down in their deep of their formula. Look who they lost to, because you never know. Georgia could win by a blowout today. We never know. But these teams now are so equal because of the NIL. Is crazy how everybody says, well, this team is good. You don't have the everybody calls them the blue bloods no more. You don't have that in college no more.
No, you do not.
You can't predict it. And I predict this: you don't have a dynasty no more. It's good because you don't have a dynasty, because every year, look at Clemson, look at Georgia, look at Alabama, look at Oregon, look at some of these other teams.
They've fallen.
They've fallen. You just never know who's going to be the rising team. You can win the national championship this year and be blown out next year.
Well, there's no continuity anymore either, Brian, because of the NIL and the transfer portal.
Yeah, I mean, I like it this way because it evens the playing field.
Playing field, yeah.
Well, it evens the playing field, Pensman. But the problem here is that it evens the playing field, but you can't keep a continuity of a team. You can't keep guys for 3 or 4 years because of NIL, and then you don't have any continuity there, and you have to keep bringing different players in and out. It's like a shuffle game. You know what I mean?
Ralph, you got to think about this too. Let's say you're a coach. You're scanning your favorite team. Well, let's say you have the good players. Well, next year you go to the portal like everybody else does, and then you're going to mess it up by getting players that you never played before. You're going to have to get a whole roster just to get. You're just going to have to get a whole new roster, even if you lose everybody. And that's just as concerning to a lot of teams because you don't know who's going to leave next year.
That's it. You're exactly correct. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
ACC game, Georgia Tech, number 12 in the country, versus Duke. Now, the coach at Duke, wait a minute, hold on. The coach at Duke is Manny Diaz. Those of you who don't remember, Manny Diaz was defensive coordinator with Penn State. He may be a candidate for that job. Okay. Plus, don't forget, he didn't do quite well down in Miami. But again, I've always said this change of atmosphere might do a man some good. And who knows, maybe Manny Diaz might be on that list too. Duke's not doing so good with him right now, but you know what? Duke is Duke. They're a basketball school. Football's something they don't even draw. You know what I mean?
That starts in a couple weeks now, Ralph.
Yes, it does. But Georgia Tech versus Duke. I'm taking Georgia Tech. Brian, go ahead.
I'm taking Georgia Tech too. I think they'll come out and.
I think it's unanimous here.
Yeah, I think it is.
How about you?
Georgia Tech.
Yeah. This is unanimous right here. Although it is.
I like to add more. I like to see Georgia Tech go. Like I'm not a Georgia Tech fan, but I like to see Georgia Tech and like Brandon said, the smaller schools need to shine. So they haven't shined in a while. So.
Yeah,
they haven't been relevant in a long time. Right. So. All right, Michigan. Here's a game here, but I would say this would be a good game if this was with a top 25 team, and it's not. Michigan State versus Indiana at Indiana. I think we all agree Indiana, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think that's going to be a wax out.
Yep, and this is going to be a wipeout too. Ohio State versus Wisconsin at Wisconsin.
Time out.
Go ahead.
You think that Wisconsin's going to be wiped out by Ohio State? Wisconsin might put up a fight.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. They might not get wiped out, but at least they're going to win the game, Ohio State. I don't see Wisconsin winning this game. Luke
Sportsnet says Wisconsin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he spelled Wisconsin.
So he has Wisconsin with an upset then. Save Luke Fickell's job, right?
I'm just we didn't think the Bengals were going to beat the Steelers. We didn't. Hold on. We didn't think the Giants were going to beat the Eagles.
No, it is.
Yeah,
Wisconsin might come and beat Ohio State.
Well, I'm going to use a Bill Cowher quote, and I use a lot of his quotes. Some of them are pretty decent.
All right.
It's college football, and anything can happen. So there you go.
Any given Saturday.
That's right. Any given Saturday, just like any given Sunday. All right, next, let's look at a couple more games here. Texas A&M versus Arkansas. Bobby Petrino's made his return as head coach at Arkansas. They are still, and this is the story I'm hearing, they're looking for another coach. Petrino is just going to be the coach this year, I believe. I don't see Petrino moving any further than this year unless they sign him to a long-term contract, which I don't see that happening. The only reason Petrino's the head coach is because they didn't have anybody else to fill in for the guy there who got fired. So Texas A&M, I think all three of us will agree is going to win this game. Go ahead.
And Brandon put A&M too.
All right, A&M.
He said A&M Wally Walks.
Yeah, I say A&M too. Yeah,
I'm gonna
very
say
good,
it too.
Brandon. Great minds think alike. So
Yep.
there you go. All right, let's go into Texas Tech versus Arizona State. This is going to be a dogfight here. Arizona State's
Arizona
a scrappy
State.
team. Arizona State's a scrappy team. It's at Arizona State. Texas Tech's on the roll. This is going to be a dogfight here. Start with you, Pensman. Go ahead.
Sports Nuts, I know you're watching. I'm very, very sorry, but I have to say it. Arizona State beat Hawaii, so Arizona could easily get by Texas Tech 45-38. Come on, but Arizona State, the way they play, they could beat Texas Tech. Sports Nuts.
Yeah, that could happen. Like I said, it's going to be a dogfight.
Hey,
Arizona's a scrappy team. So.
I want to give a shout out to Greenville. They're welcome. It's always good to see new faces.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it is absolutely. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you for your comments. There you are. All righty. Okay, next. Here we go. I think we all agree on this one. Oregon versus Rutgers.
Oh, jeez.
This is at Rutgers, though. At Rutgers. But
this might be in the 40s. This might be in the 40s.
Yeah.
This gonna be.
I mean, I like Greg Schiano. I in his return to Rutgers.
This could be in the 50s, Brian.
Yeah,
Rutgers,
yeah.
65-10, Sports Nut.
Rutgers shouldn't even be in the Big Ten. They should be in something like the ACC or in the MAC conference or something. They're just what's one of those out of place schools, and I'll do my Ted Knight imitation. Some people simply do not belong. You know what I mean? And Rutgers don't belong in the Big Ten. So.
Sports Nuts, I've noticed something about you. I've noticed something about you, Sports Nut. How come every time you predict the score, it's something to 10?
Somehow he's 10. Somehow he goes to 10. I don't know. That must be his favorite 9. I know his favorite number is 60 something. I think that is what it is.
Yeah, smoking Jim Frazier.
Every time he comes on, it's 10.
Yeah,
smoking Jim Frazier, my co-host and media colleague and friend. He always comes up with some high score when the Steelers play. He'll say like 75-10 or something, or 75-72.
Ralph, don't worry about that last comment.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that. Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, I just want to let you know.
All the time.
Hey, homie. What's up, homie?
Yeah. All right. Next here, Memphis versus University of Alabama Birmingham with an interim coach at UAB. Are all three of us agree Memphis? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. We all agree.
Ralph, I want to talk about a game real quick because I just
not allowed. Not allowed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Whatever.
No.
Okay. I just want to give everybody the Clemson this is mine. Clemson SMU today, and they just got out reports minutes ago. Well, here's the thing. According to multiple reports, Chris Fazzina is expected to make his first start as quarterback.
Yay.
Wow.
So, but the team plans to test Cade ankle during pre-game warm-ups before making his final decisions. He is questionable, but expects to be in the game time decision. So that's what comes off of the Tiger Net so far. So it seems to me that game's going to start at 3:30. We'll have to see how the Clemson SMU going to have to do this one, because now you're going to have a backup quarterback, and I think this game is going to be close. And I do predict SMU to beat Clemson by field goal.
Okay, yeah, that's right. I was going to get into that after we were done here.
Not choosing Clemson.
With all our teams. So, all right.
Wow.
All right. Washington State versus Virginia. Virginia's been up and coming here. Tony Elliott's got this team moving along. Guys, this is at Virginia. What do you think of this game here?
I'm thinking Virginia.
How about you, Pensman?
I got Virginia.
All right, Virginia at home. All right.
West
Next.
Virginia.
Texas with a struggling Arch Manning against Kentucky. I actually call him Kentucky, but we'll call him Kentucky. But
I think I'm going to take Texas on this one.
Yeah. How about you, Pensman?
Dubs
Texas?
is higher.
Same,
Kentucky.
same.
Yeah, I agree.
Kentucky is more of a basketball league, Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they always have a good defense every year. So
Sportsnut says 34-31, and then he has 24-17 against Kentucky.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Good.
at least he's changing up his numbers now.
Here's
Anyway-
another good game today. Tennessee versus Alabama at Alabama. This game here is going to be a really interesting game. All right.
Finally, we get to a good game.
Let's start with you, Brian. Go ahead.
I'm going to pick Tennessee. Alabama is almost there, but I think that they're going to be playing in Alabama, but this game is going to be close. This game is going to be close, and I think that maybe Tennessee could pull this out by thread.
Okay, Missouri, however you want to call it, versus Auburn and Hugh Freeze. But Pensman, go ahead, give me your take on Alabama, Tennessee, and then we'll go into that one.
I'm with Sportsnuts. 34-27 is Bama winning.
All right, Bama winning that game. I'm going to take Alabama at home on this one. I hope I'm not regretting it here, but we'll see.
If not, you get scrambled eggs later.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you know what? Thanks.
Or sunny side up.
No, I always eat my eggs scrambled, and I make omelets.
I'm going different. The reason I'm going to some of these crazy games that we are picking is because you never know who's going to win. So I'm just going to go underdogs this week. See how I do.
And plus, Brian wants to be the odd man out.
Yeah, I want to be the odd man out today. That's right.
There you go. All right, next Utah versus BYU. This is going to be one heck of a game out that direction in the upper northern west coast there, or whatever you want to call it. Go ahead.
Who you want, me or him?
Yeah.
No. Go ahead, Pensman. You start. Go ahead.
BYU wins. I have BYU. Yeah. The reason I point is I was waiting for Sportsnuts to give me a score prediction, but I got BYU winning. You can't take anything from them. They're playing good ball. They're always in the game, so they haven't been blown out yet. So I just think they're going to win today.
All right. So do I. I take BYU. How about you, Brian?
Oh yeah. If you look at the last couple of games that they've scored over 30 points so far. There's like two games they haven't scored over 30 points. And they beat Stanford, they beat Colorado 20, they beat West Virginia, they beat Arizona. But I think this is going to be a close game. I think BYU is going to win. Yeah,
it's going to be a dogfight. They're in the same conference, and so and it's. It's like got that in that same direction, more or less, All right, next. The up-and-coming Cincinnati Bearcats, believe it or not, with Scott Satterford as their head coach, against Oklahoma State with an interim coach at Oklahoma State. Where do we go here, guys? Cincinnati, WKRP. So, Cincinnati or Oklahoma State, guys. Brian, go.
I'm going to go pick Oklahoma State. They'll have I think that the new coach or the intern coach, I think he'll get the team motivated, and I think they'll upset them just by maybe a touchdown or something. Is something going to happen late, like maybe a big stop or something? But yeah. I think they could, with all the momentum that they didn't have. I think they'll be a different team, and you never know what they're going to do.
Yeah, Cincinnati's had some good coaches over the years. Yeah, Brian Kelly. But I think Scott Satterford now, he's not doing too bad, I guess. And then Luke Fickell. Luke Fickell put him on the map. So, All right. Next, USC versus – this is going to be another game. USC Notre Dame. Oh, my. What a game here. Guys, go ahead. We'll start with you, Pensman. Go.
Want to give a shout-out to the Triple Bs. You know who you are, but I haven't seen you in a while. I thought you fell in the face of the earth, but it's good to see you. Glad to see you showed up. So,
yeah, well, we got a good, nice comment crowd here today, don't we, guys? This is great. I'm enjoying this, and we're simulcasted as well on PENSMAN Sports and on the Tiger Stripes Media. And I want to thank all you guys for commenting and tuning into the show today. Don't forget the triple header of Ralph Saturday. And then don't forget on Sundays now, the Ralph Williams, Tony Moreno show, 12:50 a.m. The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial. And also 12:50 The Answer, pgh.com. So, oh, by the way, here I have an email from Paul up in Alaska.
Oh, I thought it was Paul Heyman.
No.
Are you sure it's not Paul Heyman?
You know what I tell Paul Heyman to do with that email? Don't you stick it where the sun don't shine. You know what I mean? That's my thoughts about. Hey, by the way, guys, next week, ready for this? Next week, Virginia plays North Carolina next week. Isn't that going to be an interesting game, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to see that game. But anyway, we'll talk about this right now.
So
Let's go
what
back.
what did Paul say?
Paul says he's listening up in McGrath, Alaska. He's a program director for a radio station up there, which I was trying to get us on up there. But they are not interested in any sports talk or anything like that. They play mostly music. He is the director of KSKO Radio up in McGrath, Alaska, and he says it's shout out to us. He loves our show, and so that's Paul. So there you go. All right, let's get into the next one here, the last one of this, and then we'll go into our teams. Florida Atlantic versus South Florida. South Florida is an up-and-coming team with Golish as our head coach. Scott Golish, I believe his name is, down there, South Florida. Leo Haggerty, our colleague that works with Anthem Sports, covers South Florida. So does Peter Blake as well. But, guys, I'm picking South Florida here. What do you think? We'll start with you, Brian.
I'm going to go South Florida, too.
All right. South Florida there, Pensman, or Florida Atlantic?
South Florida, and don't feel bad, but you skipped me on the Cincinnati game, and I got the Cincinnati winning that game.
All right, I'm sorry, Pensman. I didn't mean to.
Don't feel bad. It's all good.
All good. All right, next week we got a bunch of great games that we'll go over next Saturday. The one I was just telling you about, Virginia UNC, that's going to be an interesting game. Tony Elliott versus Bill Belichick. We'll see how that goes. Ole Miss versus Oklahoma.
If he's still there.
If he's still there, yes.
He's still there. Hold on. Vanderbilt plays Missouri next week, or Missouri.
That'll be a good one.
Yeah, that will.
Go Missouri.
Yeah, and then BYU at Iowa State. That's going to be an interesting game.
Go
Texas
BYU.
A&M at LSU. Some really good games next week. We'll see if Deion Sanders in Colorado can get back up in sync here. They're playing next week. They are playing. Let me see who they playing here. I just had it. Oh man. Well, that's right. Never mind. Who cares? All right. They're not even relevant this year. Colorado's not doing all that great this year. They're playing Utah next week. So,
and I told everybody why Colorado's not doing relevant, and I know why. And I know why, because of Shedeur Sanders graduating and sitting on the sidelines, and Travis Hunter playing for Jacksonville Jaguars. If they were still there, they would still be relevant and fighting for a bowl game. But
absolutely,
have fun losing.
Yeah, there you go. All right, guys, our teams, our home teams, the teams that we support and root for and talk about. Brian, Clemson, go.
Well, as I just said, I think SMU will beat Clemson today. I think that now that we think that Club Cade will be out, I mean, he can still play, but if they put Cade in, yeah, Clemson has a chance. But I still think somehow if Cade doesn't go, I think Clemson will get beat. If they put Cade in, yeah, Clemson could win. So, it's kind of a who see what happens. But, my heart's, I think that Clemson will be beat somehow. But, I just don't see it. Not at all.
All right. Pensman, go ahead. Your Michigan Wolverines, who are they playing this week? Are they off, or what are they doing?
They're playing Washington in an hour.
That's going to be a good game.
Yeah, and just to let you guys know, and then you hear it first, that Justice Hayes is out. He's questionable. But their tight end, Marlon Klein, is out for today's game. But just want to let everybody know that Justice Hayes is questionable for today's game. But we'll see what Bryce Underwood does. See if he has a bounce week. See if he comes back. He had a rough week outing. It was a nightmare to watch that game last week. But yeah, I don't want to talk about nightmare games. Last 2 weeks has been a nightmare watching football.
Yeah, and Ralph, also LSU White Weeks is out at versus Vanderbilt today too. So
okay.
so he's out. They just reported that just a minute ago.
All right, tonight the Pitt Panthers played Syracuse Orange at the Carrier Dome. Mason Heitzel, the new freshman quarterback who's playing. If Desmond Reed is healthy, and we have a couple other guys who are stepping up and doing some things with. I think Pitt could pull this off. Syracuse is not a bad team this year, but they're not. They are 3-3, and Pitt is 4-2. Fran Brown always comes out to play. His team got blown out by Pitt last year, but then they ended up having a better record than Pitt last year. And Fran Brown's not a bad coach. He coached at Temple, and he coached at a few other places. And we'll see what happens. This is going to be a dogfight kind of a game. Syracuse always plays tough at home in the Carrier Dome. Start with you, Brian. Go ahead. Pitt versus Syracuse.
Jeez.
All right. Go ahead, PENSMAN.
I got Pitt. Pitt's been playing Pitt's been playing lights out, so we'll see how he does. We'll see how, and don't forget that Pittsburgh's fight. Their coach is still fighting for their jobs. So
yeah, Narduzzi is fighting for his job.
Yeah,
you are correct on that. Yes, absolutely.
Well, see, hey Ralph, you remember last year or 2 years ago when he was making his thing, he beat Clemson and everything like that. I mean, what would happen? And I know this is a deep subject. What would happen if he doesn't go anywhere this year?
He's fired.
Like, you think he'd be fired this year at the end of the year?
Because
Because you remember last year they were talking about all this expectation, and then they tank. The last like 2 years now, they said, "Oh, well, we'll do this, we'll do that," and now they're just back in that saddle where everybody else is.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So one other thing, too, I wanted to say, Brian, and let me tell you this, Alan Green, who's the athletic director now at Pitt, he's been there, this is his second season. He came from Tennessee, which is a winning program, okay?
Yeah.
He has put out a notice to both Jeff Capel, the men's basketball coach, and football coach Pat Narduzzi, that if they tank this year or don't do well or turn down NIT bids and stuff like that and cost the university money, I think Narduzzi will be fired. And actually, there was a report out there that he was going to get fired after the loss to Louisville because of the West Virginia thing. Go ahead, PENSMAN.
Cartman just joined in. Welcome, Cartman. I'd like to see you.
Yeah, welcome, Cartman.
Yeah, go down one more.
Yeah,
There
we're
you
getting
go.
ready to end the show here, but welcome aboard. And I hope you tune in next week at 10 a.m. We'll be here.
If Pittsburgh doesn't win 2 more games, they're 4-2 like Michigan. If they lose 2 more games, if they win 2 more games, I think Pat's got a job saved. Because that's bowl eligible.
Well, yeah, that could happen. But you know what? If they tank and go to some dinky bowl like they did last year and then losing 6 overtimes to Toledo, all right, they had to use Julian Duggar because Eli Holstein was hurt. Holstein struggled this year. Narduzzi didn't want to go with Mason Heitzel from the beginning. And, Cade Bell, the offensive coordinator. Narduzzi has problems with offensive coordinators. For some strange reason, he seems to rub them the wrong way, and they all quit. Mark Whipple, who I thought was the one who turned Kenny Pickett around, and now he was the guy who was there when Pitt was winning championships and winning, beating Clemson and stuff like that. Mark Whipple had a great offense that he used, at Pitt. They didn't want to pay him. That's number one. Number two, him and Narduzzi went round and round about a bunch of stuff. And that's Narduzzi's problem. He's a defensive coach that just fights with his offensive coordinators. And how many has he been through in the last 10 years? He's been through at least 5. And that's bad. I mean, he had Matt Canada. He had Sean Watson. He had a few other guys in there. He had Whipple. Now he's got Cade Bell. That's 4. And I forget who the guy was he had there. Oh, he had a guy there when he started. And I can't remember his name. He came from Alabama or Arkansas or somewhere like that. He wasn't too bad. He started off with him. And then he was a carryover. And he just, I don't know, 5 offensive coordinators. 5. within in the 10 years that he's been the head coach at Pitt. 5. So,
He likes to see the new faces and see how everybody does.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, all right, guys, let's wrap this up here this morning. The PENSMAN, tell everybody how they can get a hold of you and what you're up to and what's going on with your social media and all the stuff you do. Go ahead.
You can find me on PENSMAN Sports. Steeler Talk on Tuesday. We'll talk and dissect this game. I already talked about it. Just let everybody know that Joey Porter Jr. will be not mentioning out of my name. For future reference, his name will be number 24 for the Steelers until he redeems himself. But Tuesday night, we'll talk about that. Penguins game, we'll have that. But I will not be doing that tonight. But they play at 10 o'clock. Yankees, they got rid of a bunch of coaches, so we'll see who comes in, replaces Travis and Mike. We'll see what happens there. So that's what's going on.
Well, I heard Derek Sheldon's going to be working for the Yankees. He's going to be scrubbing toilets or something like that.
Yeah, you can keep thinking that.
Yeah. So there you go.
You can
Brian,
keep thinking Derek Shelton's coming.
Yeah, Brian, go ahead. Clemson, or I'm sorry. How can people get a hold of you? Go ahead.
You can find me on YouTube and on X and also on my Facebook page at Tiger Stripes Media. So just everybody, let's just have fun and be safe and be kind and love each other.
All right. You can get me on Ralph Williams RW Media, either on Twitter. Please help me out here. I'm up to 388. I need 12 more to get to 400 by the end of the year. That's my goal, 400 by the end of the year. So let's make that plateau.
And I'd like to thank everybody for the 1,000 subscribers.
For the 1,000 subscribers there. How about PENSMAN, man? There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
My goal's at 1,100. I've got 1,022. Let's keep going.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, Ralph, also, I just need 12 so I can just reach 100.
There you go. All right.
There you go. The tribal chief has just entered the building. Devin has.
No.
The tribal chief. There you go.
Tribal chief Devin has just entered the building.
All right. And remember, who am I? I'm Ralph Williams. Yeah. Let me talk to you. So all right. You can also reach me on YouTube. Please subscribe on my YouTube channel and at Ralph Williams RW Media Facebook. You can also find me on LinkedIn and also on the Tumblr as well. And I have 3 radio shows. I have the Ralph Williams Tony Moreno show Saturday and Sunday. Saturday 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. and Sunday 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. starting next Sunday, October 26th, the Ralph Williams Tony Moreno show. We talk the truth in Western Pennsylvania, so check that show out as well, especially if you live somewhere across the United States and you're a Pittsburgh fan. You want to know what's going on in Pittsburgh and what's going on in Western Pennsylvania. Believe me, we'll tell you exactly what's going on. Working on getting somebody from the Charleroi area to come on and talk about the bad luck they've had lately, losing factory jobs and a whole bunch of other stuff going on in Charleroi. So, I'm going to try to get somebody on from Charleroi. Turtle Creek Mayor, I'm trying to get him on. He's running against Summer Lee. That ought to be an interesting race for the election coming up November 4th. All right. Also, and don't forget the Sports Corner show this afternoon, 2 to 3 p.m. with me, Ralph Williams, Smoking Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, Luther Dupree. And that is at 2 o'clock this afternoon on 1250 a.m. The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial, and also on 1250 The Answer, PGH.com. I'm Ralph Williams for PENSMAN Sports, Brian Pettit, and Tiger Stripes Media. Have yourself a great day, and please, by all means, please be safe. Thank you.